Hey guys, welcome back. It's time for another favorites video. I haven't done one since, I'm guessing like the fall. So this will be February, but it'll really be like my winter favorites. So stuff that I've been loving over the last 3 months. I have beauty items, I have a couple fashion items, and then I have like one cleaning item. So I'm just gonna start, no particular order. And the first thing I want to talk about is this Milani. This is the avocado butter lip mask. This stuff is so good. It was only a few dollars on the Milani site. I haven't seen it in stores, although I feel like most of the time I do order online, so I haven't like gone in Ulta or Target to see if they have it. This is such a good product. I've been using it nonstop the last couple of months, and it is so hydrating on your lips. It's just like a clear like lip mask. And I put it on typically like after I get out of the shower. Sometimes I exfoliate my lips. It depends like how they're looking. I feel like if I'm using a lot of like lip products, or if I did like a liquid lip, something like that, I'll always exfoliate first. I use the Milani Cherry Scrub. I'll put it up on the screen here. I don't love it. I love their sugar scrub, but I don't see that they offer that anymore. They only have like the rose sugar, so I'm not sure if that's the same thing. But this stuff is really, really good. For only a few dollars, if you want something like super hydrating, like more than an Aquaphor, sometimes I'll just do Aquaphor, this is where it's at. It just makes your lips feel so good, and it smells really, really nice too, so that's always a plus. So I actually ordered this like kind of on a whim when I was looking for my next favorites, which are the Milani Color Fetish Nudes collection. So I think I pulled one of those, like if you spend X amount of money, you get free shipping. And I added this on, and you know, it was less than the shipping was, so, but I'm so happy that I got it. So my three favorites are the shade Tease. It's supposed to be a pinky nude. It's that shade right there. And depending on your skin tone, it could look really super nude, or it could be a little bit darker. So on me, it's a little bit darker. My next favorite is the shade Secret. This is more of a true pink nude, and it is right there. It's a shade that I have on today, actually, and a lot of people compare it to the Pillow Talk. I will swatch it just so you can see the difference. It's a little different, but it's very close. So there's the Milani, there's the Pillow Talk. So if you don't want to spend a lot on the Pillow Talk, try this out. Formula-wise, it's a little different. I think that the Milani Nude, it's very shea and moisturizing when you put it on, but I find that like if you want to try to reapply it later on in the night, like I wore it to a wedding, and when I went to try to reapply it, it kind of got, I don't want to say the word crusty, but I would recommend probably wiping it off and then reapplying. Like I wouldn't go over on top of it if it's been several hours, because it definitely does have more of that like matte lasting power. So when you go ahead and swipe over it again and again, it's going to build up and it's going to start getting a little funky. So my next color favorite in this line is the shade Passion. It is a very vampy, like deep wine color. Very, very pretty. On me, it is definitely pretty deep and very like vampy. So those are my three favorite that I've tried so far from the line that I like the best. If you haven't tried these, you will love them. Just go pick out one to try, and there's a shade for everybody. Milani has definitely taken over my favorites, I feel like, for the last couple of months, beauty-wise. So their glosses. I think that they are better than the Buxom plumping glosses, and they're more affordable. So if you can find a similar color to what you're looking for, why go and spend your money? So a favorite that I've liked forever that I've talked about is the Sparkling Pink. Very pretty pinky shade. And then the other two newer ones are, this is the Keep It Full Lip Plumper. This one is in the shade Champagne. It's like a peachy nude, very light and sheer. Perfect for a lip topper. There's not much shimmer in this one. And then the shade, it's called Natural Luster, which is a little bit difficult to find. I think I got it at walmart.com, but I will link everything down below. And then this is the shade Natural Luster, which definitely has more of like a pearly tint to it, and it looks so pretty over nude lips. So they have tons of shades. I'll put them up on the screen. Something for everyone. Just try it, you will love it. So it's not like super tingly or stingy. Like there is a little bit of like that menthol tingle, but it's nothing like crazy, and I think that you will absolutely love it. Not too sticky, lasts a long time, definitely gives you that like reflective full look. Okay, so the last thing from Milani before I'm gonna get a baby wipe and take this stuff off. This is the cream blush, Nude Kiss, and I like the shade Cheek Kiss. I think that there's only 3 shades, which is kind of a bummer. So this is the blush that I have on today. I think that it is pretty perfect for all skin tones. If you have a lighter skin tone, you just go in with a little bit, so you can build it up or you can have it less. The key to this blush is you have to have a stipple brush. I feel like I've tried it with a beauty sponge or like other blush brushes or even my hand, and the best application I've gotten by far is using the e.l.f. This is the small stipple brush. I basically just dot it on. Let me grab a mirror and I'll just add a little bit more blush so you can see how nice it is. I don't really want to put too much more on because I feel like I already have a lot of blush, but you just basically just like lightly tap it on. And it is just so pretty and creamy and dewy. So if you're into cream blushes right now and you want to try something at a good drugstore price, check out the Milani one. It's really good. Unfortunately, there's only, I think, 3 shades. Get yourself a little stipple brush because that is going to make a world of difference when putting it on. It's going to make it so much easier. This reminds me of those old Revlon blushes from like, they're like liquid blushes from probably like 10-15 years ago. They don't make them anymore, but I love them and I haven't found anything like that since until I discovered this blush. Definitely pick it up if you are looking for a cream blush. I will be right back. I got to get a baby wipe, get this situation off. Okay. So my next 3 favorites are eyeshadow palettes. They're Huda Beauty, definitely on the pricier side as opposed to the drugstore stuff we were just talking about. So my 3 favorites that I've been reaching for nonstop over the past few months are the Mercury Retrograde palette. Has the most stunning shades, and I'll give you swatches for all of them. So today I actually have on, I put on butter bronzer like in my crease to blend it out. I use the shade Gold Glitch right there on my lid. And then I used the shade Karma like very tight into the crease and then like a little bit blended out on the outside if you can see it. And there's just so many different looks that you can do with this palette. I made a video dedicated to this palette. I think I did like 6 different looks. I'll put it up on the screen if you want to check it out. But there are so many different looks that you can do with this. If you cover the one side, it's more of like, you know, peaches and purples. And then if you go to the other side, it's more of like blues and greens. So there's definitely tons of neutral looks you can do, like golds and bronzy, and then pink looks, blue looks, bunch of fun looks. Mix it up. I think it's a very diverse, great palette. My next one that I wanted, that I had on my list for a while, is the Naughty palette. And it is a very pretty, like warm, delicious palette. So many cool, fun, different shades. Again, a lot of neutrals and a lot of berry looks. This shade up top, it's called Hard, is a very interesting shade, but I actually use that as just like single pass looks. So it is a very creamy, buttery color, and it's a perfect like bronzy color. And sometimes I'll just pop that in my crease and do a really fun look, but I will give you swatches of all of them. The shade Passion, so gorgeous. I'll put up swatches for everything. So if you like berries and like neutrals and just pops of fun stuff, you'll like this one. And then the newer one is the Rose Quartz that I really enjoy as well. This one is a little bit softer glam. So many fun iridescent looks that you can do with this. So if you're more into purples and pinks and shimmery iridescent looks, you will absolutely love this one. They are pricey. I didn't get them all at the same time, but you can get deals on like Poshmark or Mercari or even like eBay. I would definitely check out Mercari because I've seen this palette sell for like $45 over there. Sometimes, you know, people get them and they resell them, or they get them on sale and then they resell them. So if you weren't able to pick one of these up during a sale time, sometimes people do sell them over there at a more affordable price. And I was lucky enough to get some of these when they were on sale. So just try to pick it up when it's on sale. All right, the last kind of beauty thing that I'm going to talk about is this brush. It is a round Eco Hairbrush by Olivia Garden. and it has like the boar bristle hair and regular bristles to kind of smooth it. And I will link the exact one that I have down below. So it is the brush that I used, and I very rarely do my hair. If you watch my channel a lot, I very rarely do it down, and I gotta get it cut. But as you can see, just from using this brush, it gives you like a very almost like curly wavy look without having to use a Dyson Airwrap or something like that. Like it just smooths your hair. So I have very thick kind of coarse hair that gets a little bit, I don't want to say frizzy, but it needs some smoothing. Let's put it that way. So I just used my Dyson, and it was already dry, so it was just kind of like just frizzy mess. And I took the little attachment, put it on there, the smoothing attachment, and just pulled my hair out like this, did one of these like that, held it, blew it, roll it all the way up, do it a little bit under here, do it a little under here, and then pulled it out, and it gives it a very full salon blowout look, which I'm not the best at, but I feel like this brush has definitely helped. So if you're in the market for one of these boar bristle, I think they're called, brushes that smooth hair, check it out. All right, now the exciting part. One of these you might not be on board with, just hear me out. So I think I'll save it for last so you don't click off the video. Okay, so I picked up this Shacket from Shacket, shirt jacket. It's a weird name for me, but I guess it's called a Shacket. So it's basically like a flannel jacket, right? We've seen them everywhere. But it's super warm and it's long. So I'm gonna stand up so you can see it. And it's a very long length. And I got a size small, so there's a ton of room. So if you're my size, a small will fit you. It's definitely very oversized. They have a few other colors to choose from, but this is like, it kind of reminds me of that ice cream. What is it called? Neapolitan ice cream with like the vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. It's so pretty. I get so many compliments on it. I can't believe how warm it is. And I got it for 40% off. So I'm not sure if it's still on sale. I'll link to it down below if you're in the market for a flannel jacket, Shacket, whatever you want to call it. My next fashion favorite are these boots. I got them from Target. I had my eye on them for a while, and I was a little bit nervous because I read some reviews that they were big and bulky. They are not at all. They're so comfortable. When you put your foot in them, it's like very mushy. The bottom of it just molds to your foot like gel. It's hard to explain. They do run big. I got a 7. Normally I'm a 7.5. So if you have like thinner feet, I would probably size down. If you have wide feet, so like if you're a wide 7.5, then I would probably get an 8. What I love the most about them, aside from the color and the style, is that they have this rubber on the front. So it's like a toe guard. So this way they're not getting so dirty like when you bump your toe, but super cute, super affordable. They have the tie in the front and then the easy on and off zipper. And I will put in a clip of how they look on. All right, don't click off if you're not into it yet. If you haven't caved, just hear me out. So I did it. I finally did it. I've wanted these for so long, and I was like, I'm gonna wear them around the house. I'm gonna clean with them. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna run out and drive my son to daycare. I'm gonna go check the mail. And then before you know it, I'm wearing them everywhere and I want another pair. But I have the tie-dye ones. I'm not sure exactly what the style is. I'll link to them down below. I got them at DSW. Super cute. Again, with the sizing. So I got in a 7. I have very narrow feet. I'm a 7.5. I do know that people that are kind of like in between sizes have had a hard time getting the right size with these. But if you put them back like this, I think I don't know what they call it, sport mode, you can see like where the heel goes to versus where the strap is. It's gonna kind of push your foot in. So if they're a little tight, when you go to do that, they're gonna be too tight. So that's just a little tip as far as like ordering. So I did go with a 7 because I have pretty narrow feet. Like I'm a true 7.5, but I think that I could have gotten an 8 too and been fine. It just all depends on, you know, what you're comfortable with. So I love that Crocs have like the fleece on the inside. They have every color of the rainbow, any color that you could want. So comfortable, like to just run out and go drop your kids off at school or just let your dog out in the backyard, or to just clean around your house. They have a use for everybody. If you're not ready to wear them out in public, you will love them to just wear around your house, I promise you. But I understand if you're not there yet. Okay, my last favorite is a cleaning favorite, and it is the Clorox Disinfectant Mist. This is multi-surface. I love this for everything. I just spritz my couch. It's aerosol free, it's bleach free. So you'd wanna hold the trigger. It's a mister. I'm gonna mist it. I don't wanna mist it in my face, but you hold it down and it's gonna do a continuous mist. So it just keeps going like a couple seconds after you stop it. So you want to hold it about 6 to 8 inches away from the surface that you're going to disinfect. You can use it for hard and soft surfaces within your house. I personally like to use it on soft surfaces, things like couches and fabrics, rugs, that kind of thing. And it's refreshing and deodorizing in the room. So that is my favorite way to use it. I don't really use it on hard surfaces too much. I still just like to use my regular either Lysol disinfectant spray, or I have a a quartz cleaner that I use in my kitchen, that if you've seen any of my kitchen cleaning videos, I'll link to one of them, like all my favorites cleaning products. I'll link to that if you want to check it out. I go in more into detail on what I like. But this is good for counters, doorknobs, couches, car interiors, bedding. Just do a quick disinfectant. You'll love it, and it smells great. I have the scent lemongrass mandarin, so I bought this and then it came with an extra refill. The packaging is very similar to the Dawn dish foam or power wash spray, where it comes with the refill. So I will link it down below. I think that they have at least one more scent. So that's everything for the past few months. Hope you guys liked this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye guys.